Mic test 1 2 3. Mic test 1 2 3. City College versus Baruch. City College versus Baruch. Mic test 1 2 3. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. It's their second game for Alumni Day here between City College and your Baruch College Bearcats. If you're just joining us and you missed the women's game earlier, high scoring as the women beat City College 88-46 in a game that we saw Mia Castillo be the Bearcats, both men's and women's all-time leading scorer. But we turn the page to the men's game as the 5-3 Beavers enter the arena to face the 5-8 Baruch College Bearcats. And Joe, great opportunity here in the CUNYAC. Baruch not making the Arc the fortress that we know it to be in years past. 1-3 at home, trying to tack on a win after they got a win in their last time out to start a nice little winning streak here in the CUNYAC.
David, the women set the tone for today. They played an almost flawless game. We're looking for the men to first come out with defensive intensity, causing turnovers. And on offense, it starts with Gerard Nicholson. And Coach Alisi looking to get contributions off the bench, which has been a trademark of him as a coach.
So we're moments away from tip-off here in a CUNYAC battle between the City College Beavers and your Baruch College Bearcats. In just a moment, we'll turn it over to John Nevis for our starting lineups.
A much improved City College men's basketball program.
An impressive 5-2 on the road so far, so bringing a formidable unit here into the Arc Arena. And like we said, let's turn it over to John Nevis now for our starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Baruch College's Arc Arena for today's Alumni Day basketball doubleheader. Game 2 this afternoon features the Beavers from CCNY against your Baruch College Bearcats. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the Beavers from CCNY. A senior from the Bronx, New York, number 0, Chris Stone. A junior from the Bronx, New York, number 40, Justin Moretti. A freshman from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 13, David Lay. A senior from Yonkers, New York, number 33, Edward McCreary. And rounding out the starters, a junior from the Bronx, New York, number 35, Ricardo Dixon. Your staff, the assistant coaches, Tariq Gale, Ralph Godfrey, Ryan Kennedy, and Eddie Weasel. And the head coach in his 4th season, Spencer Boateng. Now let's meet the Baruch College Bearcats. A senior from Staten Island, New York, number 1, Gerard Nicholson. A sophomore from Los Angeles, California, number 2, Cole Bailey. A senior from New York, number 12, Dylan Minnick. A graduate student from Montauk, New York, number 22, Brandon Goldberg. And a sophomore from Staten Island, New York, number 24, Jack Gordon. Your team managers for the Bearcats, Nada Bain and Jessica Hill. Your assistant coaches, Robert Alisi, Darryl Crawford, Saeed Osorio, and Jamel Fair. And the head coach of the Bearcats, John Alisi. Ladies and gentlemen, Baruch College, the NCAA, and the CUNY Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Have a great game, everybody.
So we are moments away from tip-off. It is the Beavers and the Bearcats. City College in their road purple, white numbers, white trim. Baruch in their traditional home whites, light blue numbers, dark blue trim. It'll be Goldberg and Dixon to tip it off here at the Arc Arena, and it'll go to Baruch to start things off. And it'll be into the hands of Gerard Nicholson as we are underway.
David, everything begins and ends with Nicholson.
And he has it on the far side. Now Minnick in the corner looking for options, going to work against Dixon. Posted him up, finds Goldberg inside. Nice spin move there. And he can't finish, battling for his own rebound. Ball still loose. And it's into the waiting hands of number 4, Justin Moretti.
Yeah, Goldberg's got to finish.
Ooh, Moretti shot in and out. And it's Dixon over the back as he's battling with Goldberg underneath. And it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Goldberg, a very, very versatile player. A lot of agility, a lot of post moves. You know, Baruch can really feast off going to him.
So now Minnick has up top. Nicholson on the far side. Minnick working against Dixon. Wild shot off, no good. And it's Bakiri who comes out of the pack with it. He's going to try to go coast to coast. Dixon on the rebound for the Beavers, and he'll pull it back. Stone has it up top. Now over to Moretti.
Baruch has got to really work on their defensive positioning.
Ooh, Bakiri able to get his own rebound, though, and looks like the Beavers right now showing that extra effort here in the first minute and a half. Moretti now working against Nicholson. Drives, pull-up jumper from the mid-range. Off back iron, no good. Rebounded into the hands of, it's going to be Bailey on the far side, and Minnick to bring it up.
Good defense by Nicholson. Goldberg was waiting to help him.
Minnick shot errant, no good. I think he was expecting a little bit more contact than what came. And now it's Stone the other way.
Not high percentage shots by Baruch early on.
Dixon drives, got it stripped there by Gordon on the far side. Now it's Bakiri back to Dixon. The 5 will pull, no good. Rebound still loose, and Bailey's able to come down with it. And we've seen twice now Minnick really trying to do a one-handed rebound and not able to secure the ball. Bailey able to pull that one down on the defensive end for the Bearcats. Nicholson steps into a 3 straight on, too strong. Ball back right into the hands of Nicholson. Now mid-range jumper, and that shot was too short.
Well, those were good percentage shots by Nicholson. They just didn't drop.
Two and a half minutes gone, still looking for the first basket.
Defensively, Baruch has got to really use their feet and hands, cut off the angles.
As Bakiri able to get that floater to go inside.
They got some size underneath, City does. Well, Goldberg got caught sleeping there in that possession.
Mid-range jumper there from Stone. Seemed a little bit forced from the Beavers as it was very early in the shot clock. Now it's Gordon on the far side, and he knocks that one down from downtown. And just like that, Baruch have their first basket and their first lead of the night.
Well, they didn't come out to contest Gordon's shot, so he was able to set his feet.
Dixon now has it, turns on Goldberg, thinks about the shot, instead gives it off to Bakiri, takes the pick from Dixon, gives it off to Dixon, thinks about cutting. Bakiri trying to get post position on Gordon. Dixon drives, his shot might have been blocked underneath by Goldberg. The up and under was no good. Now it's Bailey the other way. That pass was blocked by Stone. However, it was Minnick to corral, gives it off to Goldberg, who lays it in, and Coach Boateng wants to talk things over. 16-10 remaining here in the first half. And some end-to-end action, Joe, and a bit of a sloppy game here in the first 4 minutes.
Well, City College didn't have that defensive set, so Goldberg was able to get deep, and he finished. But it seems like City College, really wants to take it at the Bearcats, and the Bearcats are going to have to be patient, stay in their position, and don't, fall for and get into foul trouble. So, but it looks like City, really wants to go and attack. So the Bearcats have to counter.
And they've been able to counter on the last two possessions with Jack Gordon hitting the far side three moments ago. Followed that up by Brandon Goldberg on the cutting layup as he was found streaking through the lane.
Now, notice Nicholson really hasn't gotten going. Now, like Mia Castillo on the women's side, they go as Mia goes. With the men, it's they go as Nicholson goes. But it's always helpful if other guys step up while Nicholson is ready to get going.
Gerard Nicholson averaging a smidge under 19 points per game in his senior season.
Well, he's making the most of his senior season.
Just before this, at the luncheon they had for Alumni Day, it was the 23-24 Bearcats team that got their championship rings after three-peating for the CUNYAC Conference. Ooh. Wild errant drive there by Lay was no good. Ball still loose underneath. It's Dixon who has it. His shot blocked, though, by Bailey. He was looking for a whistle. No call. Minnick out of the pack with it the other way. Bailey's going to step into a three. Shot too strong. It's Goldberg on the rebound, working underneath. His shot blocked. Nope, they're going to call a foul on either Dixon or Bakiri from behind. Let's see who it's on. It's on Dixon. That's already going to be his second. And we'll see if Coach Boateng wants to go to the bench.
David, I don't think City College has an answer for Goldberg. He looks like he's really, causing them problems.
Goldberg averaging 16.5 points per game, 9 boards, so almost a double-double every game. And he can't get the first one to rattle home.
Goldberg is a very agile player, can hurt you a lot of ways.
And Dixon has come to the bench. He's averaging 11 and 8 this season, so a productive player already in foul trouble here in the early going. And Goldberg knocks down the second. Baruch leads 6-2, 4.5 gone here in the first half. It is the second game of your doubleheader. Baruch trying to sweep City College in the back-to-back. Bakiri spins, gets it into the front court. Gives it off to Moretti on the far side. 15 to shoot for the Beavers. Ooh, Stone having to corral that. Smothering defense here by Bailey as Baruch set up in the 2-3 zone. 3 there, far side from Stone. Shot too short. Ball still loose underneath, and it comes out to Minnick. I think that was a nice save there by Bailey. We were a little bit screened here, and it's going to stay right there as the ball gets slapped out of the hands of Minnick, and it'll be Baruch's ball into the front court right under their own basket.
Stone was able to set his feet. Luckily, he didn't make the shot, but they have to get out and contest.
Bailey now has it up top, gives it over to Goldberg. Now gets the handoff from Bailey. Open lane. He tries to lay it in over the outstretched hand. I think that was Lay who was coming from behind. Couldn't finish, and now it's Stone in the front court. Bounce pass inside to number 14, Patterson, who checked into the game for Dixon. And now it's Bakiri up top. Bakiri covered here by Gordon. Doesn't take the pick from Patterson. Bakiri goes inside. Spin move. Ball swung around the perimeter. Stone, one dribble, floater. Runner, actually, and that shot barely grazed iron, and it's Goldberg who comes away with it, gives it up to Minnick now into the front court. Gordon going to step into a deep three, and he rattles that one home. And Baruch have taken a 9-2 lead, coming in on 6 minutes gone here in the first half. City College not able to get it going offensively.
Bearcats are out to this lead without Nicholson.
Ooh, nice find there by Bakiri, finding the cutting Moretti, and he's able to finish over the outstretched arm of Goldberg.
Great execution by City, but Baruch has got to defend.
They got caught a step late with Moretti cutting through the lane, and now it's Baruch in the front court. Bailey up top, looking for an option. Nicholson on the near side, Stone all over him. Nicholson finds a lane, though, and he's able to lay it in with the right hand. Nice play there by Gerard Nicholson to turn the corner.
Well, once you give Nicholson a step, he's either going to pull up or go to the basket.
Stone takes the pick from Patterson, gives it off to Patterson. Now it's Moretti here on the near side. Moretti pull up jumper from the mid-range, and he knocks it down.
You know, City wants to attack, and they are, David.
So now Bailey gives it off to Goldberg. Ball moved around the perimeter. And it's Gerard Nicholson now inside to Minnick. Minnick's going to spin on Lay. He's fouled on the way up and will go to the line to shoot, too. Nice aggressive play there, though, by Minnick, trying to get to the basket.
Minnick can get to the basket anytime he wants, and I think the Bearcats should utilize him down in the block.
So it'll be Bailey and Gordon who come to the bench. And it'll be Trevor Coppin and Nicholas Lamb coming into the ball game. Been impressed by Lamb here. He was a couple weeks ago freshman CUNYAC Player of the Week for the Bearcats.
Well,
Bearcats lead 13-6.
These freshmen grow up very quickly, David.
So it's Moretti now in the front court as City College decided to just bypass the entire press.
Baruch is going to have to stay committed to switching. A lot of movement by City College.
So Moretti dribbles it out. Ooh, nice pass there inside to Patterson. Mid-range jumper, no good as the shot clock expired. It'll be Lamb who pulls it down for the Bearcats. Minnick now brings it into the front court. Nicholson on the far side, jab step, pull up from the mid-range. He knocks that one down. And Nicholson felt it on that one, really trying to get it to his spot to knock down the jumper.
Once he gives you that one dribble, that frees him to go to the basket or pull up.
Bakiri picks up his dribble, hands it off to Dervisevic. Stone takes the pick from Patterson, now to Bakiri. Bakiri trying to get the entry pass into Patterson. Bakiri double teamed. Cross-court pass goes right through the hands of Patterson into the waiting hands of Nicholson. Baruch trying to push, and it's to Goldberg. Coppin now inside. He can't finish. Battling for his own rebound. Ball still loose on the deck, and it's Stone who comes away with it, hands it off to Bakiri. Moretti goes right past Nicholson. Coach Boateng wanted a foul. Nothing doing there. Mid-range jumper from Moretti, and he knocks it down.
Coppin, a very valuable player for Coach Alisi off the bench.
And Goldberg took too many steps. He kind of did like a bit of a hop step before he put the ball on the deck. So it's going to go back to the Beavers with 11-11 left here in the first half. Baruch lead 15-8. Cole Bailey jet back into the game as Minnick will take his first breather of the afternoon.
David, we have a heavyweight match going on. Baruch punched first, and now City is punching back.
Bakiri, nice find underneath. Patterson wide open for the layup. Bakiri set up at the free throw line, forcing the defender out, and Patterson able to sneak behind.
Coach Alisi has to be alarmed that City is getting into a rhythm.
Goldberg has it up top. Yeah, a couple successful possessions now for City as Gerard Nicholson wide open three on the far side, and he knocks that one down. And Joe, moments ago, you said Gerard Nicholson not really in the ball game yet. He's got a quick 7.
Well, it was a matter of time, David. But Baruch has to stop the bleeding. City really put the foot on the gas pedal.
So it's Goldberg straight on three. He'll pull, and he gets that one to go. Rattles that one on front rim, backboard, front rim, and in.
Goldberg going inside, outside.
That's going to be a timeout for City College with 10:03 remaining, and they trail by 11, 21-10. Coach Boateng wants to talk things over after a couple of back-to-back threes from both Nicholson and Goldberg.
Coach Alisi has got to stress now in the huddle that, listen, don't fall asleep. City's going to come at us the whole game. And they have to commit to defense, David. Because I think offensively, Baruch, their weapons are going to really give City problems. But defensively, they have to buy into stopping this relentless attack by City. It's an away game, David. So City's acting like we have nothing to lose. And it's a home game for the Bearcats.
We've seen a couple things, I think, from City in the last few minutes. City College, both they've struggled a little defensively defending the three. But then offensively, they've been really looking for whistles that just haven't been there.
The ball movement and the cutting on City has been successful for them. Let's see if Baruch can counter those two things.
So now Dervisevic has it. Inside out. He'll pull a three on the far side. Shot no good. Goes down to the waiting hands of Lay. Now Moretti has it. Moretti trying to do a no-look pass to Patterson. Hit both of Nicholson's hands. It's a 2-on-1 the other way, and he lays it in over Moretti.
Well, there's the defense that stepped up.
And so Coach Alisi changing the defense on the fly here as Baruch have to scramble to get in position. Bakiri now into the lane. Ooh, he collides with Lamb. It was just, I think, a situation of Lamb trying to get out to his defender and kind of got blindsided there, and that's going to be Lamb's first. But not 9:20 remaining. Baruch lead 23-10. That's one of the ones that you don't see it coming. It can knock the wind out of you.
David, let's point out to Baruch Nation, as we do every game, Coach John Alisi, a tremendous in-game coach.
Ooh, Baruch might have gotten away with one there as Lamb fell asleep. Dervisevic had a wide-open three from the near side. As Lamb going into the basket, he gets fouled on the way up, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. And, yeah, Joe, to your point, I mean, one of the best at it, right, making the in-game adjustments to tweak and tinker.
His changing defenses really caused City College problems, and obviously they turned it over. So that's what he brings to the table in this chess match. And isn't it interesting, over the years, Coach Alisi recruits people that play to his, what he wants. It's a luxury.
So Bailey will come to the bench as DeVries checks into the game for the first time tonight, the freshman from Flushing. Now Moretti in the front court calling out the offense. City College trail by 15. A little under 9 minutes remaining here in the first half. Dervisevic going to pull a three straight on. He's been quick to pull, however, has not seen the ball hit the bottom of the twine just yet. As DeVries now has it in the front court, gives it off to Lamb.
But you don't want to get him comfortable with setting his feet, David.
Dervisevic getting a lot more playing time today. On the season, only 16 minutes of action. And we've seen him here get time here in the early going. As the foul there is going to be on number 35. That's Dixon. That's already his third at an opportunity here at the free throw line.
Coppin's been a great player off the bench for Coach Alisi. He's a do-it-all kind of guy. I compare him to Angela Baccarella on the women's side.
Averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds on the season as Coppin knocks down the first. Also, again, going to force Dixon to the bench with 3 fouls.
Well, the activity of Baruch down low is going to really get City College into things they don't want to do.
So Makchia checks into the game. He has the ball in his hands, working on Gordon. And Baruch putting some impressive defense on now as Bakiri into the lane, spinning with the left hand. Shot no good. Ball batted on from Patterson right into the waiting hands of Bakiri. Bakiri, a couple spins, step back, and he's able to get that mid-range jumper to go.
City College is going to have to ride that young man.
Gordon now gives it off to Coppin. DeVries takes the pick from Coppin, now to Gordon. Now Coppin up straight on. Jab step, working on Bakiri. Bakiri gets his hand in, ball's loose on the deck. Coppin the first one on it. And it's going to be a jump ball, so it's going to go back to City College.
I don't think Coppin should put the ball on the floor. I think he should go post up and, let his teammates get him the ball down low.
Jump ball possession, CCNY.
So just checking the floor here for wetness, but we're good to go as Moretti checks into the game, and Lay will come to the bench. Chia has the ball now. Stone into the lane. Shot no good. Bakiri on the offensive board. He can't get his to go, but Patterson on the rebound also can't get it to go, but he's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
David, the Bearcats have to put bodies on Patterson, a very active player. And he could be a problem.
Senior 6'6", so definitely gives the City College some size inside.
But very active.
So now Nicholson will walk it into the front court. Minnick on the near side, looking for options. Ooh, curls back baseline. Working on Moretti, looking for options. Hasn't found a cutter, finally gives it to Gordon. Gordon's going to pull a three. Shot too short. Patterson closed him out, and now it's Moretti the other way for the Beavers. Moretti right into the lane, working on Gordon. A little bit of a push, it looked like, but Patterson on the offensive rebound, and he's able to get it to go off the glass. Baruch leads by 11, 27-16.
David, Patterson's a player.
And Moretti comes away with the steal. Sloppy play there from the Bearcats. Gets it into the front court to Makchia. Spin move there from Bakiri, looking for options.
Bearcats got lucky.
Coach Alisi wanted the 3-second. Nothing doing there. DuVries into the front court. Minnick back out to DuVries. He'll pull a three. Off the glass and in. Wow, what a shot. And Coach Alisi wants to talk things over. With 5:50 remaining, his team has stretched the lead back out to 14. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And Coach Alisi still talking to the refs. I think on that last possession, he wanted a 3-second violation on City College.
Well, I think the Bearcats have been out of sync on both ends these last couple of minutes. Now, great timeout to right the ship. Let's take good shots on offense, and let's watch the activity of City in the paint, David. The points in the paint are piling up for City College.
So both teams break the huddle. Baruch lead 30-16. Goldberg checking back into the game for the Bearcats.
What the Bearcats have to do is continue to get City in foul trouble. Make it easier on themselves.
And Machia has it now.
Foul number 22, Brendan Goldberg.
Patterson's activity is causing problems for the Bearcats down low.
Very interesting play there. To your point, Joe, Patterson was fouled there, but it was almost like Boateng yelling at the ref to get his attention, Coach Boateng, so they would see the foul on the City College player. DuVries now has it in the front court. Going right into the lane. Initiating some contact, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. He took it away all the way from the near side, kind of curled around on the far side, and came right to the basket.
The Bearcats will outlast City College on the foul line.
So DeVries off on the first. Baruch lead 30-16, 5:22 remaining here in the half. And off on the second. DeVries 0 from 2 from the line. Moretti behind the back to Stone. Oh, throws it right into the front row as Machia couldn't get there in time.
Well, that was on City, David. Baruch was just in his own.
So now it's Gordon here on the near side. Goldberg gives it off to Gordon up top. Gordon get back up to Goldberg, working on Patterson. Almost lost the dribble there. Now it's Nicholson. Thinks it takes a jab step. Thinks about using the pick. Does. Goes right. Patterson closes out. It's going to be a kick ball. And it'll stay right there with the Bearcats on the far side. Didn't really have much going, though, on the offensive end there, Joe. So maybe a bit saved there with the kick ball, giving them the fresh 20.
Well, if they keep the ball moving on the perimeter, let Goldberg just get down low. Get it into him.
Gordon straight on. Oh,
there
Goldberg was calling for it, but
he had it.
Couldn't get it there. Patterson able to reestablish position. Pull up three there by Nicholson, and he knocks it down from way downtown. Gerard Nicholson, he's got 12.
Well, he had room, David.
33-16, Baruch lead. Trying to sweep City College on the day after the women won in a big game, winning by 42 in the early session. Stone working on the free throw line against Goldberg. Goldberg soars over to DeVries and pulls in the rebound. Goldberg's got 6 and 6. Nicholson spins in the lane, and he finishes through. Looked like a little bit of a contact. No whistle, but he was able to finish nonetheless. Baruch lead 35-16.
Hey, Nicholson is feeling it.
Not scoring in the first 5 minutes. He's now got 14. Moretti thinks about the deep three. Inside, it's Bakiri, a little bit of a one-footed floater, no good. And now it's Nicholson right into the lane the other way. His shot blocked by Bakiri. Bakiri basically just took it right out of his hands. Aaron pass there. DeVries comes away with it. DeVries lays it in with the right hand, shielding off Patterson. And Coach Boateng wants to talk things over. Baruch lead by 21, 37-16. And just as impressive as the women were earlier, the men following it right up.
David, City College wants to do things in the paint below the foul line. So Baruch really has to kind of take that away. After that, City seems lost.
Only 3 players have buckets today for City College. Moretti, Patterson, and Bakiri. And City College as a whole shooting 22% from the field. Baruch is shooting an impressive 55%, so really having their way with it
now,
in the early going.
Now, mind you, David, City can shoot from the perimeter, but they're choosing to go below the foul line. But they can knock it down from 3. So Baruch is lucky that they're choosing to do something, rather than utilize both inside and out.
And City College shoots, impressive on the season there. They shoot 45% from the field, and for Baruch to be holding them to 22%, I think says a lot about the Bearcats defense right now. And also, let's remind ourselves, one of City College's best players, Dixon, has been on the bench for most of the first half in foul trouble. He's only seen 5 minutes of action, and in those 5 minutes, he was 0-4 and picked up 3 fouls.
I'm telling you, if they went to Patterson regularly, Baruch would have a problem, but they're not.
2 of 3 in 11 minutes of action for Patterson. And you could argue Patterson probably playing in a bit of an unfamiliar role, coming in off the bench maybe a bit earlier than expected.
Well, he's gone to the bench now.
Really using Bakiri at the 5 as he's spinning inside. Can't finish over Goldberg, but he's fouled on the way to the basket. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2. To your point, Joe, City College kind of moving towards a bit of a smaller lineup.
But right there, where would that play initiate? Right below the foul line, which is what City wants to do every play. So Baruch has got to take that away.
And Bakiri rattles out the first free throw.
City sees an opening that Baruch has given them. Let's see if Baruch takes away that opening below the foul line, what City's going to do.
And Bakiri knocks down the second as Patterson quickly checking back into the game. Stone will come to the bench. 3:11 remaining. Baruch lead by 20, 37-17 in a game that's been largely driven by the Bearcats' success at the defensive end.
Patterson, the one guy that can hurt the Bearcats.
So now it's Nicholson on the far side, Minnick on the baseline, drives baseline, spins, works against, looks like Moretti, and he's able to finish off the glass.
Minnick has got good size to do damage.
Moretti pulls a deep three around and out, no good. And it's Gordon who comes down with it, trying to match Nicholson's deep three from moments ago. Baruch lead 39-17, 2.5 remaining here in the first half. Minnick now cuts inside, gets the ball, looks for options, gives it out to Nicholson. It's going to be Gordon straight on three, and he knocks that one down. Silky smooth, barely hits the bottom of the net.
Baruch is feeling it, David. A lot of confidence.
Bakiri trying to drive baseline. Gordon cuts that one off. Ball swung around the perimeter. Now it's Moretti working on Lamb. Crossover move. Now going to drive it. Hop step into the lane. Floater. And that one eventually drops.
He's a very good offensive player. You don't want to let him get going.
That ball hung on the rim for just a few moments. Minnick driving baseline. Ooh, he might have had the look to go to lay it in. Instead gives it off to Coppin. High shot, no good off back iron. And Moretti brings it into the front court. Machia, underneath, gives it over to Bakiri. He's fouled on the way up. And the foul there is going to be on number 30, Coppin. That's going to be his first. And Bakiri off on the first. Quite frustrated himself. He went 1 of 2 from the line moments ago. And again, trying to salvage this trip to the charity stripe. As a whole, I mean, a 90% free throw shooter, so 1 of 2 is definitely not acceptable in his book.
Well, it's funny.
Make it 0 of 2.
You got to throw the percentages out sometimes, David.
And Patterson able to get out for the rebound, though. Machia and shot no good.
Strong rebound by Coppin.
Gordon has the open lane. Nope, Patterson cuts him off, and they'll have to pull it back around. It's Nicholson on the far side. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Gives over to Minnick. High arcing three. Ooh, halfway down. No good. And it'll be Moretti to come into the front court with it. Moretti's pass blocked by Lamb, and it's Coppin who comes away with it. Lamb looking for options. He'll go right to the paint and lay it in.
Lamb gives Coach Alisi good minutes off the bench, as well as Coppin.
Having a strong season so far is the freshman. 8 points per game on a little over 20 minutes per game. Shot no good there by Bakiri. Ball batted around. Coppin comes away with it, and Baruch could actually hold for final shot. 20 seconds remaining. 44-19 Bearcats.
Good activity by the Bearcats in close.
Coppin has it. Gives it up to Gordon up top. Coppin now 8-7. Baruch's got to work. And it's going to be too many steps as the falling shot as Coppin.
Well, you can make a case Coppin was fouled, David.
Like I say, he took too many steps, so it's actually going to be the Beavers who have a chance to get off one final shot here with 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Baruch lead 44-19, and Moretti gets it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's going to have to pull, and he didn't even get it off. He didn't even get it off. I mean, that just seemed a general lack of awareness of how much time was left in the first half as Moretti couldn't even get the shot off before the buzzer went.
You know what, David? City College doesn't have a true lead guard, so they're just kind of, throwing it around. Now, Baruch just fed off of collective momentum. It took Nicholson a little while to get started, but, Gordon knocked down some. Loved the play of Goldberg always. So Coach Alisi's able to get that bench contribution, and the starters, and what a luxury to open up without Nicholson.
And then he really took off. He's leading all scorers now with 14 points in 20 minutes of action, also playing the entire first half, but obviously being a catalyst for the Bearcats.
Yeah. But again, good defensive effort. They gave up 19 points. And the thing is, again, they're going to win on the defense first. And the offense, again, is going to come because, again, we don't have to live and die with Nicholson. We could, but again, Minnick and Gordon and Goldberg are there to, step in.
And the interesting thing is, you look at the numbers outside of the scoreboard, very similar, same amount of turnovers. They're actually leading in the offensive rebound department, even though they're tied on rebounds. City Colleges, excuse me, and -5 in bench points. But they're out shooting in terms of attempts. Baruch by 9 shot attempts.
Well,
the difference is they're only shooting 22%.
City's not making their free throws, which you said is strange. And if they're not getting that shot attempt below the foul line, I don't know what they're going to, get.
And they're 0 for 8, from downtown.
Yeah. So City's hurting themselves, David, and Baruch just has to keep capitalizing on that. While City is kind of, up in the air, Baruch has got to stay in what they're doing well so far. Good first half.
And if you're just joining us, this is the second game of our doubleheader on Alumni Day. The first game was the women's game. Baruch won 88-46 in blowout fashion. And, Joe, if City College is not too careful, they're going to get blown out again here in the second
Well,
game.
it could be a long ride back up to, is it 137th Street? Yeah, 137. I know they're going to stop off and go to Chipotle and stuff like that. But I don't know how much appetite they're going to have. But in all seriousness, David, we can't not mention the heroics of Mia Castillo and the other Lady Bearcats today. Just a memorable day. And, again, the families are here. And it's just a feel-good Saturday here in, Baruch Nation.
And it is Alumni Day here at the Arc Arena. So we'll step aside. Baruch trying to close out the sweep here against City College, women's and then men's. Baruch lead 44-19. We'll step aside. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel.
David, I just want to check. We are looking forward to speaking to a big member of Baruch basketball history, Gary Ciano, who is going to join us in a moment. He's with us every year on Alumni Day talking about the rich history of Baruch basketball, particularly from the men's side. Obviously, the legacy of the late Ray Rankus, may he rest in peace.
So we'll step aside and we'll be back momentarily with that.
Yeah.
You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
Baruch Nation, again, 44-19, Baruch men up. Great first half on the part of the Bearcats. It's always a special time when we can look into the history, the great history of Baruch basketball. And it all began with our great friend, mentor, coach, all around, you name it, Ray Rankus, may he rest in peace. And one of his loyal soldiers, so to speak, former player, former student athlete, Gary Ciano, has joined us. Gary, welcome, as usual, to Alumni Day and one of the big days on the Baruch calendar. And Gary, want to begin, if you will, just speak about your time at Baruch and sort of the beginnings of what is now a really formidable program, not only here in New York, but around the country.
So first off, Joe, it's good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy to see you back where you belong here as the color commentator. No,
thank you, Gary.
It's been a struggle, I know. Hopefully 2025 is a happy, healthy year for you.
Thank you.
I've been part of this program for 30 plus years. That seems to be the number that's floating around all the time now. It's amazing what this has become. Coach Rankus, certainly laid the foundation from the basketball and the non-basketball standpoint. Just the relationships he cultivated over the course of time, and this has always been it's a good day, Alumni Day, for people to come back today. Obviously, they honored the championship team from last year with the ring ceremony.
Gave them the rings.
Very nice. A three-peat for that group, that senior class that graduated, extremely accomplishing a lot. And today's performance has been probably one of their best performances of the year in the first half. Extremely efficient.
Yeah, now Gary, mention Coach Alisi, and what do you think he took away from Coach Rankus that's made him, I believe, one of the best coaches around?
Well, I'll agree with that sentiment. I mean, Coach Alisi is extremely bright and has always had the basketball mind, and even when he was a player, he was always the smartest guy on the floor. I think he was able to cultivate some of the things that Ray had developed here, even today, and some wrinkles in the defense that they hadn't rolled out all season. Just putting your players in the best position to succeed.
Well, Gary, also, he's an amazing in-game coach, and I always marvel at the buttons he pushes. He adds, subtracts. It's a pleasure to watch. What do you think about this year's roster?
Well, this year's roster, it's been a major overhaul, graduating 8 seniors from last year, and the young guys have certainly stepped up. And it helps to have having Gerard Nicholson as an upperclassman coming back, and he's played terrific. Brandon Goldberg as a transfer student, as a grad student, has been much better than anybody could have anticipated. And to me, it's a transition year. But looking at how they've been, they've had a tough out-of-conference schedule. But looking how they're playing here at CUNY, maybe it's not such a transition year after all, but, that's to be determined.
Yeah, again, but, over the years, Coach Alisi's been able to replace guys who've left. Now, let me just segue for a moment. What do we think we're going to get from your beloved Pittsburgh Steelers?
I prefer to talk about basketball today. How's that?
Okay, because I know you got your eye on that game.
I definitely do, but one thing, the correlation between the Steelers and the Bearcats is Mike Tomlin has a saying, the standard is the standard. Right? And one of the things here, the standard is set very high for the Bearcats. And even though it's a younger team, they're still expected to perform at a certain level. And like any young team, there's going to be some growing pains. But listen, there's 3 freshmen here that are going to be terrific players by the time they're done. And I look at the coaching staff and I see Jamel Fair on the coaching staff, and I remember saying to Coach Alisi the first time I saw Jamel, I said he's going to be a 4-year starter and 1,000. He's going to be a 4-year player and a starter and 1,000-point scorer, and all 3 of those certainly came true. And
he got better and better.
He certainly did.
He got better, and Saeed was a late arrival, but he didn't waste a minute to become that part of Coach Alisi's attack.
Right.
And Gary, so what do you see moving forward? It's a fast-moving schedule. How do you think CUNY looks as we get into that CUNY schedule?
Listen, regardless of time or year, Baruch always has the bullseye on their back because of the past history and because of the success. So you're going to get everybody's A game. So really, they just got to take it one game at a time. Every doesn't matter. Every conference game is difficult, regardless of what the record is. And it's really just one game at a time for them to look at. And listen, let's for them, hopefully, let's continue with this 25-point lead and don't let it slip away.
And what you would agree, the freshmen are no longer freshmen.
Not yet, but they're getting there.
Yeah, they grow up. But as we move along, Gary, a pleasure to see you. You're a mainstay here on Alumni Day. We're going to get you on more often. But you are what basketball here, Baruch, is all about.
Thank you.
You've gone on, and you're successful off the court, great family, and what you stand for is what Coach Rankus really tried to be. So we're all blessed to know you and all the players that have really been touched by Coach Rankus, and you keep his memory alive.
I certainly try to. I mean, listen, a testament. A lot. I was saying to a few people today. Saturday's a big, youth basketball CYO day, and a lot of our former players have kids now that are in that 6 to 14 range, and they're spending their basketball Saturdays coaching their kids, right, because of the foundation that they got from being here for a number of years.
Hey, listen, our world is empty without our friend. But, Gary, God bless, and please always come back and see us, all right?
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
All right. Be well, Gary.
Bye-bye.
And welcome back to the Arc Arena. We're moments away from the start of our second half between the Beavers of City College and your Baruch College Bearcats. Baruch trying to sweep City College in a two-game doubleheader here on Alumni Day at the Arc Arena. That's been filled with, perfect time of the year, but very festive moments so far here, Joe. Mia Castile becoming Baruch's all-time leading scorer, either men's or women's, passing Shemak Ekobar in the first game and being only the second player ever to hit 2,000 career points. And then here in the between games, the men's team from last year, the team of three-peat, were able to get their championship rings. So,
hey, David, isn't it good to be a feel-good situation both from the men and women when things are going well?
And if they could just tie it with a bow with a nice sweep here of City College, it would just be an all-around great day.
Yeah. Isn't it nice when you have teams that are playing well as opposed to, your 0-9 teams and teams struggling? Well, that's not the case here. And one of the things we've been talking about here in the theme is the legacy that Coach Rankus began, and it carries over with Coach Alisi. Different players, but same message and same, things goals to reach.
So it'll be Baruch's ball coming out of halftime here as they'll go with the same starting lineup that they went with at the beginning of the game. It's going to be Minnick, Nicholson, Gordon, Bailey, and Goldberg. It's Bakiri, Moretti, Lay, Stone, and Dixon, who's on 3 fouls already and already in some foul trouble here for City College. And we are underway. Baruch going right to left here in the second half. Getting hammered here by Stone at the half. At the midway line, excuse me. And wonder if that's how they're planning on playing against Nicholson here in the second half. A little bit more aggressive defensively. Stone all over Nicholson. Bounce pass Goldberg. Nice find there by Bailey. Nice backdoor find by Goldberg, and Bailey lay in there inside for the easy layup.
Gary, that was a pro pass by Goldberg.
So now Bakiri has it up top. Bakiri spins inside, gets that stripped away from him. Goldberg comes away with it. Now it's Minnick in the front court. Lay out on him. Near bounce pass near side. Gordon lets the defender fly right past, and Dixon, and Goldberg loses inside. Moretti comes out of the pack with it. Crossover move into the lane. Moretti pull-up jumper, and he knocks that one down.
Moretti's a good player.
So now Minnick has it up top. Bounce pass over inside to Goldberg. Goldberg going to work. Trying to find the cutter in Nicholson. No good.
Not there.
And a foul there as Bakiri goes up and Bailey fouls him. So 46-22, a little bit of more than a minute and a half gone here in the second half.
The City College approach is not going to change. They are going to attack. The only thing is they don't have a true point guard, David, so their offense is a little awkward.
So now Minnick now has it. Dixon trying to pick him up full length of the court. A little surprised about that with Dixon in some foul trouble, but he's not playing overly aggressive. Gordon cuts, step back jumper, shot off front iron, no good, and it's going to be Stone who comes away with the rebound. Now Bakiri inside to Dixon. Dixon goes up with it, gets fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two as the shot doesn't fall.
City College is very capable post players.
And Dixon off on the first.
Dixon has tremendous length.
And good on the second. Minnick into the front court. Now gives it off to Bailey. Minnick on the cymbal. Nicholson, Stone all over him. Goldberg, hand back off to Nicholson. Gives it inside to Goldberg. Goldberg going to work on Bakiri. Gives it back out. Nicholson near side three. Shot no good. Hits the stanchion, and we'll go back to the Beavers. Hand off to Stone. Bounce pass inside to Bakiri. Bakiri, high arcing shot, no good off left iron. Last out off of Dixon, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
I think the Bearcats have to deny a little bit more. These interior passes could hurt them.
McKeery's been able to catch right underneath last couple of possessions. So it'll be Baruch to inbound right in front of their own bench. Looking for options. Nicholson's able to get it. Nicholson on the cymbal. Gives it over to Gordon here on the near side. Bounce pass on the post to Goldberg. Goldberg going to drive, create some space, can't finish. Dixon taps the rebound to Lay, who comes away with it. And now Stone the other way. Baruch a little cold here in the early going, similar to how the first half started. And just like that, Goldberg comes away with the steal. Over to Minnick now on the near side. Looking for options, gives it inside to Goldberg, keeps it high, and he's able to finish for Baruch's first bucket of the second half.
Once Goldberg gets that deep, he can pretty much decide what he wants to do.
Moretti spins back. Good fancy dribbling there by Moretti. Step back jumper from the mid-range. He knocks that one down.
He's a good player, and he could be a problem for the Bearcats moving forward.
So Minnick looking for options, gives it off to Nicholson, thinks about pulling. Now Stone closes him out. Inside to Goldberg. Goldberg spins and able to finish it again off the glass. And Coach Alisi wants to talk things over with 15:56 remaining and a 24-point lead. But we've seen, we've seen City College now starting to get some easier baskets.
But you know what? They don't have an answer for Goldberg because Goldberg, is such a skilled post player. But right now, David, do you get the sense we're trading baskets, which doesn't bode well for City College, down, 50-26. But Baruch, thinking ahead, don't get caught up in thinking that, the roof can't collapse. City College has got capable players, so Baruch has got to maintain their commitment to strong defense.
And still, City College only shooting 25.5% from the field.
But they've picked it up.
Yeah.
And you know what? They do have scorers. Let's face it.
So Bakiri now gives it off to Lay. Ball moving around the perimeter. Stone has it in his hands. Takes the pick from Patterson, who just checked back into the game. And Stone knocks it down from the top of the key.
Now, Stone hasn't done much. Now, if he gets going.
That was his first bucket of the afternoon. Only now 5 players have scored for City College. Goldberg spins, kicks it out to Nicholson. Nicholson going to drive, looking for options. Nicholson tied up there. Nope, City spins and able to finish past Stone. Nice play there by Gerard Nicholson in some tight space.
Nicholson's work in the weight room shows when he gets down low.
Now Moretti has it up top. Baruch in the 2-3 zone. It's Stone looking for options, working on Nicholson, gets into the lane, kicks it back outside of Moretti. He dribbles it off his own leg. He's tied up now in the corner, finds Bakiri. Bakiri gets stripped. Nicholson trying to go coast to coast. Oh, Stone almost came back to swat it, but Nicholson able to finish at the rim. Ooh, nice pass there by Moretti. A little bit of a scoop pass, underhand. Patterson can't finish, but he gets fouled in the process and will go to the line to shoot 2.
I don't know how that ball made it through that whole crowd.
He's made a few of those passes today, though, Joe.
Hey, press, let's go chest point away. Okay, chest point away.
Patterson knocks down the first.
Bet you a lot of teams would love to have a play like Patterson. Just has so much energy down low. Just creates problems for the defense.
It's been him and Moretti really giving City College like they're most of their offense so far here in about a half and 5 minutes. So Gordon calling for it, working on Lay. Gordon looking for options, give it back up to Nicholson. Tight defense here from City College. Goldberg turns, puts it on the deck, looking for options. Hand off to Gordon. Gordon looks at the three. He'll take the three. He hits the three and one. An opportunity for a 4-point play. The foul there is going to be on number 13, David Lay. That's going to be his second, and that's going to send Gordon to the line for a 4-point play opportunity.
David, that defense by City College, Baruch was a step back away from countering their defense, and that's just what happened with Gordon.
Gordon, a 77% free throw shooter, can't hit the free throw. Oh, nice steal. Nope, ball still loose. Stone on the deck. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Boateng as Stone almost threw that one away, or turned it over, excuse me, as he was on the floor looking for options. It's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Boateng with 14:07 remaining. Baruch lead 57-30. You're watching Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.
I think, David, Baruch is playing a very, very tough team. But take your hat off to Coach Alisi and his team. They are really coming above and beyond what City's trying to do, which gives me a lot of confidence moving forward that Baruch is really the team to beat in CUNY, because they can take your best punches and come back with, 5 punches to your 1.
Yeah, I would say out of the home games that we've done this year, Joe, granted this is only our 5th, I think this is the best performance that we've seen out of these Bearcats.
Yeah. Remember, they're playing a team that's coming at them hard, and look at the lead. It's a 27-point lead.
And the inbound here to Stone. 14 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. Baruch lead by 27. Cross-court pass to Moretti. Nicholson out on him. Moretti looking for options. Aaron passed that. That was a lazy pass, if you ask me, from Moretti. Bailey got his hand in on it. I thought it hit off of Lay last. They're going to say it went off Bailey last. But for the good passes that Moretti has made so far this evening, that was just lackadaisical from the junior guard from the Bronx.
If Baruch keeps the hands and feet moving, City College will not be able to penetrate.
Cross-court pass as Bakiri steps into a 3 with the shot clock expiring and knocks it down.
That was good patience and ball movement by City College.
So now it's Gordon here on the near side. Dixon out on him. Dixon been impressive, not getting any more fouls. There's a nice pass there from Goldberg to Nicholson. Nicholson had the wide open layup as Goldberg split 2 defenders with that pass.
How good a passer is Goldberg from the post position?
Yeah, he's been impressive all season long. Which is even more impressive, Joe, because on the year he is second in the team in assists.
Yeah. What a luxury to have a post player that can pass.
Graduate student from Wantagh, Long Island. As Goldberg in the lane. Oh, nice reverse layup there from Goldberg, and also have the footwork, Joe, to do stuff like that.
Hey, I don't care what division you're playing in. Goldberg can play.
Got 10 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Also 2 blocks and a steal. The only blemish on his record is the 4 turnovers. Ooh, bounce pass there. Dangerous inside to Dixon. Dixon, high arcing shot. Way too strong. And it'll be Bailey who comes out of the pack with it. Nicholson sidesteps Moretti, gives it on the near side. Gordon going to step into a 3. Shot no good, but who's there? The man we just spoke about, Goldberg. Trying to lay it in. Nope, instead gives it out to Gordon. Cole Bailey out to Nicholson. They'll reset. Gordon thinks about the shot. Instead gives it off to Minnick. Gives inside the near side to Bailey. Goldberg and it looks like Patterson fighting for the rebound. Both hit the deck. Bakiri comes away with it. Bakiri inside. Too many steps. And it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Nicholas Lamb checking back into the game as Bailey will come to the bench.
David, City College playing as hard as they possibly can. They're still down a ton.
And it's Minnick now here on the near side. Gives it off to Goldberg. Ooh, what a pass. What a find to the backdoor cutter and Jack Gordon.
But what about the catch by Gordon?
Yeah, very impressive play all around. And Joe, you talked about it in the first half. Give Goldberg in the post. When you could pass like that, maybe it's not a bad thing that he has the ball in his hands at the three-point line.
Well, you can use him so many different ways.
Oh, Minnick trying to find Lamb underneath. Goldberg finds Lamb, who lays it in after Dixon flies right by.
Goldberg,
that was a wild play.
Goldberg putting on a clinic for passing.
I think they were trying to hit Lamb initially, and the ball just bounced off the rim, back out to Minnick at the three-point line.
I don't think he could do that 2 times if he tried.
Reddy steps into a deep three. Shot no good. Ball batted around. Goldberg, of course, on the rebound. I feel like since we spoke about it moments ago, he's been involved in all of the action. 3 ball there on the far side. No good. It's Stone who corrals the long rebound right in front of us here on at the scorer's table. Moretti trapped in the corner now. Good defense there. And there's maybe a little overzealous was Lamb. That's going to be his. That's going to be his second. It'll be side out for City College, as that was the 4th team foul against Baruch.
Now, Baruch Nation, key in on Lamb. As soon as Coach Alisi puts him in the game, the young athlete contributes immediately in a big way.
Dervisevic has checked into the game. He was quick to pull a 3 in the first half. Unable to get any of those to go, as the shot there from Bakiri hits the stanchion, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Baruch leads 65-33. We're almost at the midway point of the second half. 10 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the ballgame.
I don't know why City College is not going to Patterson.
Lamb now here up top. Gives it off to Goldberg. Goldberg hits Nicholson. Ooh, that's going to be a moving screen. And they're going to call it on Goldberg, as he's quick to help Stone off the deck, as Stone ran right into that one. It's
one
go
of
back
the
to
only
City College.
mistakes, David, Goldberg has done today. Other than that, he's been a clinic.
He has 12 points, 11 rebounds, and now 6 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Just filling up the stat sheet. Now Bakiri he'll step into a 3 near side. Shot no good. That'll go out of bounds in the near side corner, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. Pick there from Gordon. Minnick gives it off to Lamb. Near side 3. That's going to be off left side. No good. And it's going to be Dervisevic who comes away with the rebound. Stone. Ooh, lost the dribble. Machia able to pick it up, though. Gives it off to Stone near side. Far side. Gordon is all over him. Hop step into the lane. Stone up and under. No good. Coppin, who just checked into the game on the rebound. Over to Lamb. Lamb right into the lane. Floater off glass is good. Count it. And the foul.
Well, Lamb took the angle, and, Coach Alisi has these young men in the weight room, and you can see why that's so helpful in season.
A freshman from Staten Island. Off on the free throw. And you can see him becoming a bigger player for Coach Alisi in the future years, Joe. As Stone right into the lane, and one. And they're going to say it's on Nicholson, his first team foul. That did not sit well with Coach Alisi, as Lamb will come to the bench.
Stone's also a good player who just hasn't had the drop for him today.
And Stone off on the free throw. DeVries into the game. Ooh, nice find there. As Dervisevic gets in the air, Coppin draws the foul and will go to the line to shoot 2. And, you know, Baruch up by 32 points here, Joe. 8:41 remaining here in the ball game. City College really has to just start trucking threes, I would think.
I don't think Coach Alisi is going to take his foot off the gas pedal. I think this is a statement game in a very competitive way. I think Coach Alisi wants to send a message to CUNY. You know what? We're the team to beat, okay? And he's doing a good job of it today. As I've been saying, City College is playing with everything they have, and they still trail by 34.
69-35, 8.5 remaining here in the ball game as City College able to get into the front court. Ooh, Patterson almost left it behind. And now it's Bakiri. Bakiri leans into the shot and able to get that one to drop. Nicholson now in the front court. And Minnick knocks down a far side 3 from the corner. Big shot there. 8 minutes remaining. Baruch blowing out City College here at the Arc.
Impressive is not the word.
Ooh, nice move there by Moretti. Step through, and he answers on the other end with an opportunity for a 3-point play. 33-point lead for the Bearcats. Lamb checks back into the game. Minnick comes to the bench.
Coach Alisi getting many different contributions from people today, which is the formula for a championship.
Coppin now, spin move inside, left hand. Ooh, just too strong. That got players off the bench, though, as it was a nice move there by Coppin. Machia almost loses it on the far side, on the near side, excuse me. Looking for options, gives it off to Bakiri, now inside. Patterson trying to work against Coppin, around and out, no good. And it went off of DeVries' last. Coach Alisi not a huge fan of the effort that the Bearcats are showing.
I think the City College has had a lot of success in the paint, and that you don't want that.
As Bakiri knocks that one down, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play. And I think Coach Alisi, the thing he's worried about most is, Joe, and correct me if I'm wrong, is kind of falling into the trap that we saw in the women's game a bit earlier. It looks like Baruch took their foot off the pedal just a bit in the early game, and I don't think we want to see that again here in the men's game.
Well, the thing is, City College is giving them their all plus. And when you're going up against them, you can't, there's no room to rest, David.
It's a 29-point game as Nicholson into the lane and finishes off the glass. And the other way, right into the lane as Bakiri's able to finish with the right hand.
David, what Coach Alisi's going to have to point out to his team, which I'm sure he does, we need maximum efforts for 2 halves, not 1.5.
Yeah, and I think at least over the last 2 to 3 minutes, and you could hear it maybe in the background, not very happy with the effort that his team has been giving. I mean, he came right in front of us and also just let his team know during play, but he wants to, just because you're up 30, 35 points, this is a league where you don't have the opportunity to take 6 minutes off at a time. And we saw Joe in the early game, right? Baruch scored 14 in a minute and 40. No, there's no reason it couldn't happen against them in the later game. So
the goal for every coach is simple. Give me 2 complete halves.
And this was, yeah. And I would say, I would be pressed to say that this was not a X's and O timeout. This was a get your head in the game,
Well, this is a get in your face.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Dave, what don't you get? You can't take possessions off.
Yeah.
That's not how it works,
That's also a respect for your opponent thing, too.
Yeah. Listen, City's not going to stop playing.
And I guarantee there's another 5 players on the Baruch bench that is willing to put in the effort if Coach Alici doesn't feel like this squad is doing that.
Alisi, product of the Catholic School League, best in the country, high school. He's been there, done it.
Coppin now in the near side to Lamb. He'll pull a three. Shot no good. Ball still loose. Batted around. Coppin able to corral. Lamb underneath. Can't finish with the left hand. Bakiri fighting for the rebound. He pulls it down, and Baruch, a couple of chances at the apple right there, unable to convert. And Minnick and Goldberg coming to the scorer's table to check back into the game.
Well, at least he wants to stop the bleeding.
And Moretti gets stripped by Nicholson, and it's going to be a couple of changes here. Minnick, Bailey, and Goldberg in for DeVries, Coppin, and Lamb. So it's the starting five here now back in for the Bearcats.
BG, get some help. Watch the cuts.
Bakiri pulls up on the three. Dixon soars for the rebound. Gives it off to Moretti at the free throw line, and gets that one to go.
So City College is outplaying Baruch at this point.
Baruch are +2 now in the second half after being +25 in the first. Gordon turns around, knocks down the free throw line jumper.
So Gordon is hearing Coach Alisi's pleas.
Gordon, second highest scorer on the Bearcats today with 14 points, 5 of 8 shooting in 30 minutes of action. Stone now near side, gives it over to Moretti. Moretti step back three. Yeah, he gets that one to go over an outstretched arm. Nice play there by Moretti.
I think you wanted Moretti on your team. This guy, he's cool, calm, and collected.
He's got 20 on 9 of 15 shooting. With that said, that was his first three to go as Gordon shoots the mid-range. I was going to say knocks down the mid-range, and he did end up doing so.
Now, Baruch has got to stop trading baskets with City. They got a lockdown on defense in this final 4 and 53.
Moretti into the lane. Ooh, finds Dixon. I think thought he was going to shoot. Dixon now into a double team and able to get the ball back up and finish. And now DeVries will come to the scorer's table to check back in.
In spite of this win, I think Coach Alisi would have the guys come on the court and run later.
Jack Gordon knocks it down.
But they're trading baskets.
And Gordon's been the hot hand for the Bearcats. Last 3 baskets have all come from his touch. Dixon now over to Bakiri. Bakiri over to Moretti. Moretti going to step into another 3, and he knocks that one down. Then he's heating up. If not already on fire, he's got 23 and 33 minutes of action.
But
on over 60% of shooting.
David, Moretti's doing what he wants, which has got to trouble Coach Alisi. He's setting his feet.
Gordon going to answer on the other end. And shot off iron, no good. Ball still loose. It's Lay who comes away with it. Ball's loose again. However, this time he was the victim of some contact. We'll see who that one's on.
I know that this is going to be an L for City College, but if you're Coach Boateng, you got to be happy with this effort. Sounds a little strange, but City's really played.
And it was really a tale of two halves. If they could have done just a smidge of this in the first half, they would be in the ball game. They trail by 25, but they've actually outscored Baruch now 37-36 here in the second half.
And City did things in the first half, but they just haven't given up. And whenever there's an opportunity, they're seizing it right now, which is really tough if you're a losing coach.
Because they were capable of doing this
right
all along. And
let's say in a series, City would be a problem if it was a 3-game series, 4-game series.
Well, they'll have another opportunity as Bailey pulls a near side 3. Shot a bit too strong, and Dixon soars for the rebound. Ooh, Nicholson almost smacked it away, but Dixon was able to corral. But, Joe, to your point, they'll have another opportunity to do this as a 3 on the near side from David Lay goes down in a couple of weeks at City College.
Well, that'll be a game to make a note of, David.
That game will be on January 31st. at the Holman Arena. Now Nicholson over to Gordon. Hand off to DeVries. It's a 21-point game, a little under 3 minutes remaining. Nicholson has it on the near side. Stone out on him. Nicholson into the lane. High arcing shot, no good. Goldberg on the rebound. Can't finish, a little too strong. And it's going to be Patterson. Nope, they're going to say it was a foul there on Nicholson, and that's going to send Patterson to the line to shoot 2.
If this was a boxing match, David, Baruch will win by points, but not a lot. If it was a boxing match. We thought they were going to win by, knockout. It's not the case.
They've been outscored by 4 here in the second half, and I'm sure that'll be a talking point in the post-match festivities.
Yeah.
So now Nicholson will walk things up for the Bearcats. Over to Bailey, now DeVries. Ball moving quickly around the perimeter. Hand off to DeVries. Dixon there to cut him off as he was looking to go to the basket. Gordon going to step into a 3, and he knocks that one down, and Coach Alisi wants a full timeout as Baruch lead by 24 with 2:27 remaining to talk things over. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. I mean, Joe, Jack Gordon probably really keeping this lead in Baruch's favor over the last 3 to 4 minutes.
The offense has had some people that have stepped up, but Coach Alisi and the staff have to be concerned with the trading of baskets and the settling for letting City College kind of do what they want. That's not good because that can really turn into a disaster. You're at home. You came out really with, great start, but you got to finish the deal. And, David, we're going to say this a lot throughout the year. Can I have 2 complete halves? Okay?
Jack Gordon has 7 unanswered for the Bearcats as he's now up to 23 points on the evening. And to your point, Joe, can you have 2 complete halves? You're losing 40-39 here in the second half. So while overall the game's going to be a success for the Bearcats, this is not the type of energy you want to bring into the next game.
Yeah, you're just asking for trouble.
And Baruch's next game will be on Tuesday at Medgar Evers. So Baruch struggling a bit this year in non-conference. However, a 3-0 start to the conference is exactly what you want if you're Coach Alisi.
Well, he's got his eye on the championship.
As Moretti lays it in with the right hand, it's a 20-point game, a minute and a half remaining here to play. So Baruch's going to get out of this with a sweep of City College, maybe a little bit tighter than expected here in the later part of this game. I've never seen, Joe, maybe more of a nerve-wracking 20-point blowout as DeVries knocks that one down than this Bearcat game here.
Well, because it was an effort with holes in it. You know what I mean?
That I do, Joe. As Moretti now has it up top. Takes the pick from Bakiri. Some standing around here from City College as Moretti will pull. Goldberg rips down the rebound.
Even though Moretti missed that shot, he got what he wanted. That's not good. It's not a good defensive effort.
Goldberg, 12 points, 14 rebounds. Jack Gordon leading all scorers with 23. Actually, correction, leading all Baruch scores. Moretti now is up to 25.
Goldberg again. Great pass from the post.
Able to find the backdoor cutter. So Goldberg now up to 7 assists. Just have an all-around great game, and it's going to be a slew of changes now for the Bearcats as it's an 88-63 lead with 30.3 seconds remaining here in the ball game. So Baruch going to end up sweeping City College here at the Arc Arena here on Alumni Day. And a few changes now also for City College as well. Dervisevic steps into a three. Shot no good. And it'll go back to the Bearcats with 4.9 remaining. And that should do it. So,
well, it's a bittersweet victory, but we'll take it. But, you know, we need to go back to the drawing board and just tighten some screws.
And both the men and the women's both scoring 88 points against City College.
The Baruch College Bearcats 88, the Beavers of CCNY 63. Bearcats will be back in action at home here on Friday for another CUNYAC doubleheader, 5:30 women's game against Medgar Evers.
So, Joe, clean sweep for the Bearcats over City College. And overall, just a frustrating display, I guess, if you're a City College coming into the Arc Arena.
Well, let's be real. A lot of great things to take away from both the men and women today. But the thing is, again, in the second half, Baruch just took their foot off the gas pedal, literally, and allowed City College to dictate what they wanted to do, and they did it, make or miss. And you can't get into a game like that because it can explode. And Coach Alisi's not that type. Coach Alisi, again, coming from his background, it's all about playing the game the right way and, not beating yourself. Because a team like City, David, they didn't stop coming at them from tip-off.
No. Overall, the effort was there. The shooting just wasn't for City College.
Right, but then when it picked up, they gave Baruch things to think about. So, again, a lot of good things to take away from both games. But from the men's standpoint, they have to understand, again, we've said it a million times, you have to have the two-half complete mentality. And Coach Alisi is not going to be easy on them. He's going to really want the best out of his players because he wants the best out of himself. So you take on the personality of your coach.
And so that'll move the Bearcats to 6-8 as they go up against a tough John Jay team on Wednesday night, who are also undefeated in the conference. I guess the most important takeaway, regardless of the overall record, now 3-0 in the CUNYAC.
But John Jay's tough, and it's not going to be an easy one against Medgar. Coach Nigro is famous for pulling a rabbit out of his hat. So every game is going to be a war, let's face it, and that's what you want. Because you know what doesn't hurt you makes you stronger. Cliche. And, we're expecting big things from the men and women going forward, David.
So that'll do it for us here at the Arc Arena. Once again, your final scores today in the women's game, where we saw Mia Castillo not only score 2,000 points, but also become the Baruch all-time leading scorer, both men and women. The women took home the victory 88-46 in the men's game, led by 23 points from Jack Gordon, 22 from Gerard Nicholson. Baruch wins 88-63. Commanding performances from both the men and the women. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department. This has been Alumni Day here at the Arc Arena. For Joe Stolzer, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.